We do have the presence of our Honorable Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. Honored guests, we are blessed that we are living in one of the biggest democracies of the world. Besides our social and community services, it is very crucial for all of us to get involved in the political arena in whatever the way we can. And tonight, with this very spirit, the Pakistani American community is coming together to welcome all the way from New York our fellow Pakistani Americans who have just taken a new initiative, that is the American Pakistani Public Affairs Committee, Appack. To formally begin, on behalf of the host committee, I would like to call upon a very dynamic activist. He was out from Houston for 11 years. Now, this is the time when I can say, return of the Pink Panther. And this is his first event which we are coordinating tonight. He has been the founder of Pakistan Chamber of Commerce USA and currently leading the national umbrella organization Pakistani American Congress. Although I started all my community services some 20 years back with him, and tonight I have the honor that we together, along with other members of the host committee, has coordinated this event for our visiting guests from New York. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Ashraf Abbasi, Chairman, Organizing Committee.
Ladies and gentlemen, today Pakistan stands at the crossroads, and so is our community. Pakistan is the most misunderstood and most scrutinized country in the world. Look like this situation which is being created. Again, either you are with us or you are against us. Our loyalty is challenged. Our sacrifices are not recognized, even doubted. Under friendly and cordial Pakistan-US relations, our businesses succeed. Our children are successful in the universities, schools and colleges. Our families, they are happy. Our business is thriving. But when we have a strained relationship like we have today, so what happens that our community is the one who gets the backlash, who gets the bashing. Our children are scared to go to school in their situation, And what it calls for? It calls for what we are supporting today, Dr. Ejaz Ahmed. I have worked 40 years in this arena of lobbying and doing political service, But now I am tired, and I thought there is a guy who can take the lead and who be the torchbearer, and that is Dr. Ejaz Ahmed that I'm going to support, and I want you to lead the campaign.
So now to introduce to you Appack and to welcome you all on behalf of the Appack, I invite Dr. Ejaz Ahmed.
First of all, I want to thank Congresswoman Sheila Jackson to come here. Very nice of you. And also our Interior Minister, Walsab, thank you very much, Asim Walsab. Also Consul General Ashraf Abbasi, thank you very much for coming. But I also want to thank especially two people who are actually responsible for this event. One is Dr. Ashraf Abbasi, who actually made this happen. And also my brother Bashir Kamar Sahab, he is our pioneer of many organizations, and he is the one who gave this idea, and that's why we are here. Also thanks to Tahir Javed and many others who are here. So I wanted to introduce a little bit about Appack and the background. First of all, it's an honor to be in Houston a city with a long history of strong and vibrant Pakistani American community. In fact, as I was traveling here, I noticed that Pakistanis have made such an impression on the city that it feels like I'm back home. That is a testament to power and spirit of Pakistanis as a people. It's a true honor to see. Houston, according to the most census estimates, has the second largest American population in all over the United States. You have a highly educated and successful professional community. And my friends who are active in civic and political affairs tell me that there are many Pakistani American organizations, some of them Saeed Saab has actually enumerated. They are doing amazing work on behalf of our community. So it's only natural that Appack has come to Houston to learn, to share, and strategize how we all can work together and speak with one unified voice on behalf of Pakistani American community. Like many of you, I came to the United States with only a general idea of political process. And like many of you, I spent my early years here building a career, a family, and community ties. Many of us would have been happy to continue quietly focusing on our pursuit of American dream, but last year we were rudely awakened. The presidential election and everything that has followed has underscored how important it is for Pakistani Americans across the country to work together for a change. And so we started these activities in New York after hosting a few fundraisers and donating to some politicians who we thought would have a positive influence. We began to meet with Pakistani American activists to talk about what could be done, what should be the next step. So that's how Appack began. In the beginning, it was hard to decide what to focus on. We were simply raising money for friendly politicians. Should we build a social welfare organization to benefit less fortunate in our community? Or would we travel in country all over holding voter education and registration drives, informing, organizing and leading our community to stand and become politically active? Well, we ended up doing all three. Now we have an organization which has all these three arms: Political Action Committee, Welfare, and 501c3 for education. We have brochures for you. Well, along the way, we've learned some lessons. We discovered that while many people want to get involved, they don't always understand the goal. Many people have come to the political events just like to take pictures and with elected officials to post on social media. We have also seen some Pakistani American community blindly giving their time and money to politicians who aren't worthy of our support. For example, I gave you an example in New York. It recently happened. One activist asked Appack to donate money to a personal friend who we learned from a search actually supports the Muslim ban. So that's why we realized that Appack needs to do so much more than just give money or organize events or get our community to vote. We need to move past selfies and hashtags. We demand a real policy change. Appack, the American Pakistani Public Affairs Committee, has one mission and one goal which it focuses on every single day. We want Pakistani Americans to get actively engaged in political process. We at Appack realize that change does not come by complaining about policies and politicians. We know that real change comes from doing research, identifying policies, and advocating a strategy strongly as much as possible to elected officials from both sides of potential political spectrum. So we have a full-time staff. We have Atar Tirmizi, if you want to stand up for 1 second. He's a political director, a COO of Appack. He has experience working as a campaign manager of an assemblyman. And we have a national policy director, Dave Horning. He's working full-time for Appack. He has experience teaching political science in Stony Brook University. Also, he was a legislative director to New York State Assembly. So Appack wants to create not only policy change, but also unified voice on behalf of Pakistani American community. We want to work alongside and with other organizations in the community who are doing amazing work. We want to learn from you and with you. And if you are really tired of business as usual when it comes to politics, policy, and political rhetoric, then Appack is an organization that will speak to your needs and desires. Appack will bring us together, make our voices heard, and help us claim our rightful place as proud and patriotic US citizens. Please, if this sounds like a cause you can support and get behind, then join Appack. And let's work together to continue giving back to a country that has already given us so much. Thank you very much.
With all due respect, it is my utmost honor to welcome a very strong supporter once again of Pakistan, the Honorable Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee.
I know that this is a very large room with every seat taken. And I certainly want our guests to know that we in Texas do it right and loud. So let us, for our out-of-town guests, give them the kind of rousing applause that we do here in Texas. And if you want to shout out howdy, you can do that. Let me first of all acknowledge the Consul General. She is my friend. I'm so saddened by the fact that I spend a lot of my time in Washington, seems like 100%, and I'm not able to engage with you as much, but I can assure you I hear of the great work that you are doing here. We're so delighted to have you representing the nation of Pakistan right here in Houston, Texas. Consul General, it's a pleasure to be with you. There are too many friends to name, and so let me first of all thank our guest from Midland. He has double citizenship here in Houston. He is generous. Zanwan, we thank you so very much for all that you do for all of us. Dr. Bassi, your instructions were powerful, and you were right. I will speak to it for just a moment, but we thank you for all the work that you've done with the Congress. And again, we're delighted to be under the leadership of your great organization. We see each other in Washington. You're always there, and we are grateful for being the instructive organization that you've been, Dr. Bassi. Thank you so very much. Dr. Ahmad, thank you for Appack and the vision that you have, and I will tell you that it is not for me to instruct, but as a co-chair of the Pakistan Caucus, I will say long overdue. I applaud to you for this great organization. Councilman Khan, know that we have a bond of peace. We were the two members, I believe, that came to the midst of the city with some other electeds to stand up against hatred after 9/11, and I'm forever grateful to you for that partnership. To Mr. Javed for his work of generosity and benevolence, to the Padirs for the work that they've done, if I begin to name everyone, and of course to my wonderful staff, who is no longer staff, but is on his own journey. I'm delighted to see Mr. Sanchez as well here. Thank you for being. So let me speak to Minister, in particular, Minister Iqbal, to welcome him here to the United States and to thank him for his service. You know, I do not like to speak of myself, as Mohammed indicated. We were hand in hand together. The Pakistan community made an enormous impact. Everywhere I was, and probably where I was not, they were there. We were in Fifth Ward in Northeast Houston, in the desperation of so many. We were in churches, and I would call them. We were out in Ponderosa and Spring, Texas, And they were there with the goods, with the things that people were clamoring for. And they were not Pakistani Americans, they were Americans, they were our brothers and sisters, they were our friends. And we're so grateful for them, for you. And we thank you all so very much. Houston is still in need. We're still facing an uphill battle. We still go through neighborhoods where people are suffering. And I am just for a moment very grateful that it was a combination of recognizing that we're an independent level of government, the United States Congress, that we fought to get that budget and to make sure that the budget that was passed will be the budget that will invest in the American people and provide them with the relief, with the hurricane money, education money, healthcare money. That's the budget that we passed after a long journey and a fight against the administration.
Before we have our main speakers, we cannot forget the presence of our media. As we have talked earlier, that we should pay respect firstly to all the guests who are here from out of town. Please pay respect to our dear friend came from all the way from Islamabad, Bhatti Saab, Asif Bhatti Saab for the We have Riyaz Babar Saab from New York. These are our out-of-town guests. Appack Khayali Saab from New York again. So I have seen these people are here to join us on this beautiful evening. Please do recognize another important network, which is TV1. I would like to, before Congresswoman leaves, I want to recognize that they have extended full cooperation and they are the media partner of this event, and also, doing live broadcast on their network. Thank you so very much. It is my distinct honor, honored guests and ladies and gentlemen, to present to you His Excellency Minister Ehsan Iqbal.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Honorable Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, Dr. Ejaz, Dr. Ashraf Abbasi, distinguished members of Pakistan American community, let me first of all thank you for this great occasion and also congratulate you on the launch of American Pakistani Political Action Committee, which I think will provide a very strong foundation towards promoting understanding between the two countries. Before Congresswoman goes, let me say, Congresswoman, that I wish the clone technology is now fairly developed, and we would like to have one Sheila Jackson Lee in every district of United States. We are very proud of the role you have played in promoting understanding between the two countries and the love you have demonstrated for the people of Pakistan. We are indebted to you. And we hope that you have set an example for other members of Congress to follow, because Pakistan and USA are long-term friends. And I always tell my friends in America that history has given a judgment. Our relationship has gone through many highs and lows. And I also point out to them that at least on a couple of occasions, both countries have tried to file for a divorce. But that did not turn out to be an option because the cost of divorce was very high for both parties. So, therefore, we might as well find a way to live happily forever. And that is, I think, very important, because Pakistan happens to be located in that part of the world, in that arena of geopolitics, which no country that has an ambition to be a global power can afford to ignore. So it is the compulsion of global geopolitics that always brings these countries together to work closely. Any nation which continues to live in the age of sloganeering, in the age of politics, is irrelevant in 21st century, because 21st century is not century of political ideologies, it is a century of economic ideologies. Who can produce more wealth? Who can distribute wealth better? And who can do this in a competitive manner so that it is able to sustain that wealth creation through better productivity, better quality and better innovation. So these are the elements on which today world is competing. लोग एक दूसरे को नीचा दिखाने में compete नहीं कर रहे, वो productivity पे compete कर रहे हैं, वो economic strength के ऊपर compete कर रहे हैं, और इसके लिए हम सबको as Pakistan enterprise इकट्ठे होकर काम कर रहे हैं. And I invite each one of you to look at opportunities in Pakistan, because if investors from outside are coming, I think जो Pakistani diaspora has lot to contribute, because in China, India, Malaysia, उनके जो immigrant population है उसने एक बड़ा key role दिया, and we would welcome you and we will facilitate you in every way we can. So I hope that now I have already tested your patience enough. Long live Pakistan, United States friendship, and Pakistan Zindabad.
Yes, this program definitely is turning towards Pakistan, because I believe that the purpose of this association, Appack, is Pakistan and the United States. So we are definitely on the right track. Now we would like to ask you that this is a very casual proceedings will begin now. Our guest definitely wants that you should watch a very special video so you can understand very short that what Appack means. Please watch the video.
I'm just briefly going to talk a little bit about not what we have done and accomplishments, but what we need to do. And Appack is an organization that seeks to empower Pakistani Americans, and we are in the process of creating a large network throughout the United States to collectively lobby about the issues that affects all of us. And we want to approach this in a very methodical way. We want to create matrices that, that measure the results, and not just go in regarding things that are just, have been done in past. So as a community, we can easily look and take a look at the lack of resources that we don't have, or the policies that negatively impact us, or the forces that are hurting our communities from outside. What we don't talk about very little is what we need to do ourselves. So, for one reason or the other, we have all ended here in the United States, and this country that has provided a lot to a lot of us. But at this point, we must become part of the democratic system, which at times is not perfect, but does allow us to work together to settle our differences and find a common ground. There is no magic bullet. Democracy without the participation of citizens does not work. We can complain about the issues, policies, or the lack of resources that are hurting us, but yet not become part of the society and the democratic process, and become the very people who write these policies. Like many other immigrant communities, our communities came here. Our first generation was very busy with raising the family, settling in, and just providing for the families. Now, they were also very much so involved in politics of Pakistan, which is very natural. But what that did was create a void for progressive policies in the United States. And what I say, that is on us. It's on us to now engage within American political system to create those policies. We don't need to be a majority. And the great example we had was when Mr. Tahir Javed was in New York and his district. It's a prime example that you don't have to be in a majority to win an election. Most of the elections are won by 5 to 10%. Now, we can come and join our forces and become that 5 to 10% vote. And if there is any truest statement about this, it is the Cuban community in Florida. They have understood that what it means to create a block of vote. Pakistanis in the districts that we are do create 5 to 10% vote block. And if we can consolidate our votes and come out and vote as a block, we can become the kingmakers in the districts that we live, whether it's on the Congress level, county level, or city level. Second part, when we do understand that when we do influence elections, we do need to understand that we influence elections for the right reasons. We do not seek to create another organizations where the leaders project their personal agenda at the expense of larger community. When we support elected officials, we need to realize that we can quantify those results. And those results come in three forms. Policy, whether it's a policy for local Pakistani Americans or international policy. Legislation, the laws that helps us from racial profiling. Laws that helps us from being, as classified as a protected class, and laws that are basically for the procurement for the Pakistani businesses. We have the resources available within our community that are planted. We are not like many other immigrant communities that come here and we work and basically just stay at one level. Most of the community Pakistani that has come to the United States are professionals or business people, and they have worked their way up to an affluent level. So what we ask for? What we ask for are the resources that affect basic quality of life issues, like helping our institutions, creating community centers, advancing the Pakistani arts. And he has an absolute right to expect all of that, but no one will just give it to us. We have come together and articulate the need for it. Work with our elected officials, support them if they deliver, and only if they deliver, and not support them if they don't deliver. And if any elected official starts with an anti-Muslim rhetoric, we should unite and show that there will be a political consequence. Now, on the side note that we had a lot of conversation about Pakistan and the United States relationship, I want to say that I think what as a community we do, we go about it wrong when we are arguing for that relationship. Usually we push back with an argument that is that we are the biggest victims of terrorism. What we also say, there is an economic loss to Pakistan because of this. But I think what the base that likes this kind of rhetoric, they don't care about the arguments. They don't care about how great of a partner Pakistan has been. In fact, the more we complain, the more they are happy about it. I think the argument that has to be made is an economic one. Why it is important for the United States to have that Pakistan as an economic partner. So, unfortunately, the moral of the Pakistan being a wonderful partner will never help. What we need to show is that it is here in the United States our interest, so we have to show that it is in our interest to stay a great partner for Pakistan. And it is also important for the United States to have a good bilateral relationship, because that is what's good for American society. By creating a large network throughout the country, we are hoping to be the tide that rises all ships. In closing, I would like to say that a house divided cannot stand. We must rise above our instincts to, at times, to compete with each other and to ensure that there is one common issue. And without the unity, we cannot get there. So I believe Appack, inshallah with all of your help, will provide the foundation that will create throughout this great country of us, and we will move forward in a greater level.
Thank you, Mr. Sarvezi. Now, allow me to call the last speaker before the vote of thanks. That will be very quick. I would like to call upon a very famous personality, lives in New York. He is from the field of journalism and also very active community leader. Can I call Mr. Bashir Kamal?
जनाब डॉक्टर अशरफ अब्बासी साहब, सईद साहब, MJ खान साहब, डॉक्टर एजाज साहब और मौजूद ख़वातीन और हज़रात, मेरे मीडिया के सारे दोस्तों, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। अब ये बड़ा क्रूशल सा टाइम है बात करने के लिए, लेकिन फिर भी बात होनी चाहिए। अमेरिका एक अजीम मुल्क है जिसमें 323 मिलियन लोग रहते हैं, और अमेरिका ने इसको अपनी आगोश में इस तरह समो रखा है कि इन 323 मिलियन लोगों में 195 ममालिक के लोग शामिल हैं। यहाँ दुनिया की हर किस्म की ज़बान बोली लिखी और समझी जाती है। यहाँ पर ज़बान की और तहरीर और तकरीर की किसी किस्म की कोई पाबंदी नहीं है और हर आदमी आज़ाद है। हम जब अमेरिका आए तो अपने साथ अपनी तहजीब, अपना कल्चर, अपनी ज़ुबान, अपने रस्म व रिवाज सभी कुछ लेकर आए। हमने अमेरिकी निज़ाम की हर खूबी को अपनाया, हमने उससे खूब इस्तेमाल किया और खूब मज़े लिए। हमने ख़ुद को इस सोसाइटी में मर्ज कर लिया। अगर आप 2010 के सेंसस को देखें तो आपको अंदाज़ा होगा कि अमेरिका में 364,000 पाकिस्तानी अमेरिकन आबाद हैं। لیکن حقیقت یہ ہے کہ ہم یہاں پر تقریباً 6.5 لاکھ سے زیادہ پاکستانی امریکن رہتے ہیں، اور اس کی ایک بڑی تعداد جو ہے، بلکہ یوں کہہ لیجئے کہ صرف نیو یارک میں 22% پاکستانی امریکن رہتے ہیں، اور اس کے بعد 13% شکاگو ایلینوائز میں رہتے ہیں، 13% کیلیفورنیا میں، اور 8% آپ کے ٹیکسس میں یہاں پر. اور یہ اتنا بڑا نمبر ہے کہ آپ اس قوم کو، اس کمیونٹی کو نظر انداز نہیں کر سکتے. امریکہ میں، صرف امریکہ میں پاکستانی امریکن 1,80,000 بچے پیدا ہوئے ہیں جو کہ ڈائریکٹ امریکن سٹیزن ہیں. اگر آپ موازنہ کریں پاکستانی امریکنز کا تو آپ کو اندازہ ہوگا کہ 34 پاکستانی گریجویٹ، 34% آؤٹ آف دا جو کمیونٹی یہاں پہ ہے، 34% جو پاکستانی امریکن ہیں جن کی عمریں 25 سال یا اس کے اوپر ہیں وہ گریجویٹ ہیں، جبکہ یہاں پر عام امریکن کی تعداد جو گریجویٹس کی ہے وہ 20% ہے. اور ماسٹر ڈگری جو پاکستانی امریکن ہیں وہ یہاں پہ 23% ہے، جبکہ عام امریکی 11% ماسٹر ڈگری لیتے ہیں. اگر آپ دیکھیں تو ہم نے امریکہ کی اس ٹیریٹری میں بے شمار کارنامے انجام دیے اور ہم نے اپنے آپ کو ہر جگہ بنوایا ہے. آپ یہ دیکھیے کہ ہماری ایک پاکستانی امریکن سنگر جس کا نام نادیہ علی ہے، وہ گریمی ایوارڈ کی نامینیٹڈ سنگر ہیں. ہمارے 2 بہترین ایکٹر ہیں، ایک طاہر فرحان اور دوسرے نادیہ یاسر. یہ ٹیلی ویژن پہ اور ہالی ووڈ کے بہترین سٹارز ہیں. ہمارا ایک پاکستانی ریسلر ہے جس کا نام مصطفیٰ علی ہے. خواتین و حضرات، ہم دیکھتے ہیں کہ یہاں پر جو کچھ بھی ہو رہا ہے اس میں ہمارا ایک رول ہے. اور اب پچھلے تقریباً کچھ 1 مہینے میں پاکستانی پہلی حجابی خاتون CBS 4 کی اینکر رپورٹر بنی ہے. تو پاکستانیوں کی بہت زیادہ کنٹریبیوشن ہے اور بہت زیادہ پاکستانیوں کا یہاں پہ حصہ ہے. دنیا کی کوئی بھی قوم اسٹیڈیم میں بیٹھ کر تالیاں بجا کر، خوشی کا اظہار کر کے، شور مچا کر یا افسوس کر کے کچھ نہیں کر سکتی. اس کو کچھ کرنے کے لیے گراؤنڈ میں اترنا ہوگا، اور گراؤنڈ میں اتر کر اس کو کھیلنا ہوگا، اپنا رول پلے کرنا ہوگا. آج جو قوم امریکہ کی اکانومی سے، جو لوگ امریکہ کی سیاسی سے، امریکہ کی پالیسیوں سے جو قوم فائدہ اٹھا رہی ہے، اس نے یہ کام بہت آسانی سے نہیں کیا. اس نے اس کے لیے بڑی محنت کی، اس نے اس کے لیے بڑا کام کیا، اس نے اس کے لیے بڑی جدوجہد کی. ہم صرف ان کو بلیم نہیں کر سکتے کہ یہ ساری عنایتیں، ساری محبتیں، ساری نوازشیں اس کے لیے کیوں ہیں. تو ہمیں یہ دیکھنا پڑے گا کہ ہمارا اس میں کیا کردار ہے. آج ہماری کمیونٹی کے باشعور لوگوں کے پاس ہم ایک پیغام لے کر آئے ہیں، ہم ایک میسج لے کر آئے ہیں. ہم آپ کے پاس ایک ایسی سوچ اور فکر لے کے آئے ہیں کہ دیکھیے، ہم آپ کے آج کے اس تقریب کے سب شرکاء سے درخواست کرتے ہیں کہ آپ یہ دیکھیے کہ ہم نے پاکستانی امریکنز نے اپنے بچوں کو یہاں پہ پروان چڑھایا، ان کو بہترین تعلیم دی، ان کو ہم نے زندگی کی کامیابیوں کی سیڑھی پہ چڑھنا سکھلایا، اور ہم کوشش کر رہے ہیں کہ ہم کسی طریقے سے اوپر چڑھیں. لیکن کیا ہم نے ان بچوں کے مستقبل کو محفوظ کرنے کے لیے کوئی قدم اٹھائے؟ ہم اپنے بچوں کا مستقبل اس وقت تک محفوظ نہیں کر سکتے جب تک ہم اپنے بچوں کو امریکن پولیٹکس میں، امریکن پالیسی بنانے والوں میں شامل نہ کرتے ہیں. خواتین و حضرات، اگر ایک کام میں نہیں کر سکتا، میرا کوئی دوست نہیں کر سکتا، تو آپ اس آدمی کو دیکھیے جو یہ کام کر رہا ہے، آپ اس کو سپورٹ کیجئے، آپ اس کے پشت پہ کھڑے ہو جائیے. اور یہ امریکہ میں، امریکہ کوئی چھوٹا ملک نہیں ہے، دنیا کی بہت بڑی سپر پاور ہے، اور یہاں کا جو پالیسی میکر ہے وہ کسی آدمی کے ساتھ ویسے ہی نہیں کھڑا ہوتا. ابھی شیلا جیکسن یہاں موجود تھی. شیلا جیکسن کو اپنے ساتھ ملانے کے لیے پاکستانی امریکن نے ایک طویل جدوجہد کی ہے. آج وہ کھڑی ہیں، لیکن اس نے کہا کہ نتھنگ از فری. یہاں پہ آپ کوئی چیز گرانٹیڈ نہیں ہے، آپ کو اس کے لیے کام کرنا پڑے گا. یہ ایک چھوٹا سا AP پیک کا آپ بینر دیکھ رہے ہیں یہاں پہ. یہ بینر جو ہے یہ ہمارے لیے ایک امید کی کرن ہے، یہ ایک چراغ ہے. ہم کو اس کو روشن کرنا پڑے گا، اس میں شامل ہونا پڑے گا. خواتین حضرات، یہ AP پیک کا جو بینر ہے یہ ایک خواب اور تحریک کے ساتھ ساتھ ہمارے ارمانوں سے بھی جڑا ہوا ہے. کیونکہ اگر ہم نے یہاں پہ رہنا ہے، ہمارے بچوں نے یہاں پہ رہنا ہے، ہم نے آگے بڑھنا ہے، तो हमको इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को मजबूत करना पड़ेगा, बनाना पड़ेगा। आप इसको कैसे मजबूत करेंगे? आप इसमें शामिल हो जाइए, आप इसका हिस्सा बन जाइए, क्योंकि ये किसी एक आदमी का काम नहीं, ये हमारी पूरी कम्युनिटी का काम है। डॉक्टर एजाज, मैं उनका बहुत शुक्रगुजार हूँ कि उन्होंने इसका बेड़ा उठाया और एक मुख्तसर अरसे में एक बड़ा काम कर दिया। आज पाकिस्तान के लिए बहुत सारे कांग्रेसमैन, बहुत सारे सेनेटर, बहुत सारे लेजिस्लेटर अपनी आवाज़ उठा रहे हैं और ये आवाज़ उस वक्त और मजबूत हो जाएगी। और अगर हम डॉक्टर एजाज का दस्तों बाजू बन जाएं तो मेरी आप सबसे दरख्वास्त है कि बराए मेहरबानी आप इस काफिले में शामिल हों, इस काफिले को लेकर आगे बढ़िए। ये आपका काफिला है। डॉक्टर एजाज को भी कुछ अर्सा है, उसके बाद तो उन्होंने ख़त्म हो जाना है, मर जाना है, हम सब ने मर जाना है, लेकिन हमारे बच्चों ने यहाँ पे आगे चलना है, हम बच्चों ने आगे उस कौम को लेके जाना है। और यह जब भी मुमकिन है, जब हम सिर्फ पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद की बात ये भी सोचते हैं कि हमको अमेरिका में रहते हुए अमेरिका जिंदाबाद के भी नारे लगाने हैं। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया।